My next guest, known for his starring roles in shows like The Split, oh, I love that, and episodes, love that too, alongside Matt LeBlanc. As well as that, Stephen Mangan is a children's author, very successful one, and he's just released his third book, The Unlikely Rise of Harry Sponge, and joins me now. This is a bit timely.
Well, yes, I suppose, a king.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about an elderly king who needs an heir. It's about a scruffy, selfish prime minister. No relation.
Be talking about?
And a group, they have a competition called the Crown Jewels.
Right.
Which you've just been talking about. But Jewels, D-U-E-L-E-S. So 5 kids come along. They're picked, they're the most interesting kids in the kingdom.
Right.
And they have this sort of crazy competition to see who will become the next king or queen.
Fantastic. You've worked with your sister again?
I work with my lovely sister again, who has illustrated all the books we've done. I'm very lucky to have someone so talented in my family. You
are, because the thing is, I mean, getting on well with your sister is really good, because I used to beat my wee brother up. And,
well,
I mean, we're all right now.
Well, this is it. If you told me when I was 10 that I would end up working with her, I'd have laughed for a month. But it's just a joy, because she's so good at the artwork, and her drawings make the book sing.
They do. It brings it to life, doesn't it? It absolutely does. It really does. And of course, the main critics of this are your own children, aren't they?
Yes.
Who are kind of, you use their names, certainly.
I did. The first book I wrote, Escape the Rooms, I called the lead character Jack, because we just had Jack.
Right.
And the name stuck. And then I suddenly thought, well, you can't call one book after one child and not write a book for the others. No. I've got 2 other boys, so I had to write 2 more books. So Frank was the star of The Fart That Changed the World.
Perfect.
I'm not sure how thrilled he was to be. No. I think he was very thrilled, actually. He's an 11-year-old boy, The Fart That Changed the World.
Maybe when he's 21, not so much, but, you know, that's
I also
fine.
dedicated that book to my wife, so...
It was very funny.
I mean, it's a sort of, you know, win-lose situation there. And Harry, my eldest son, Harry, gets his book. And it's just been, I think, the most fun I've had, actually. I mean, writing books is a real journey and incredibly fulfilling and fun, but it's quite a process.
No, it is. No, you're absolutely right. It really is. But they will tell you. That's the thing about writing children's books in particular, I think, because the people that you are aiming at, obviously kids, if they don't like it, they're going to tell you.
Yeah.
The other side too, I mean, if they love it, that's great. Yeah. But if they think, nah, it's boring...
You know that every page has to grip them, make them laugh, be interesting, because they can drop it and there are screens everywhere that they can pick up. And that's part of the reason I started writing books. Yeah. Because I had such fun as a kid reading books. I just loved them. I always had my head in a book. And I know now it's easier now to switch on the telly or pick up an iPad. So I wanted to write books that were unput-downable for children, that, you know, were full of adventure and crazy big characters and made them laugh. Well,
that's it. And get them, actually, that love of reading, which is one of the best gifts you can give to your kids or any child.
So, because they have to engage their imagination. If you watch a movie, movies are fantastic, don't get me wrong, but it's a very passive thing. You sit there and you just let it wash over you. With a book, they have to read it and engage their imaginations, and I think they get a lot more out of it when they do that. So there's some of the illustrations there. They're great. They're really good. As well as all that going on, you're on stage in private lives. I am.
That's very grown-up of you, Stephen
Mangan. Well, it is, I know. Hence the very short 1930 haircut.
I like it.
Which I'm enjoying.
It's very boyish.
And the slightly croaky voice from having to smoke 12 cigarettes every evening.
Oh, do you?
I mean, they're herbal cigarettes, but they're still... you can hear.
Is that what's going on there?
It's something weird mentally about it. I quite look forward to that first cigarette, even though there's no nicotine, there's no tar.
It's a pretend.
It's just the action of holding a cigarette. You know? If you're in an Noel Coward play, I think that's important.
It has to be done, because it gets you into the characters. Well, it's a great play. It's a funny play. And you're with Laura Carmichael from Downton. I know. And we're talking to Penelope Wilton later on. This doesn't get thrown together, you know. We try and get it all linked up.
It's very impressive.
It really is. But you're enjoying that whole process. That's all going on.
Yes, I mean, we've got another month left of the play.
Great.
We've just been filming a new series of Portrait Artist of the Year.
I love this show. You and Joan Bakewell, match made in heaven. Isn't she great?
Joan is a phenomenon.
She is a phenomenon.
Just turned 90.
She's not 90.
It's really hard to believe, I know, but You know, if ever I feel like complaining that I'm a little bit tired, I think I'm working with a 90-year-old who's powering through each day with wit and, you know, joy.
Giving you energy. But it's such a beautiful show because you can just wallow in it. It's lovely. You don't need to know anything about painting necessarily because we can all appreciate a really good piece of work.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's beautiful. And it's got people picking up paintbrushes. This is great.
It's become a bit of a phenomenon. I mean, we're getting millions of people watching the show.
Absolutely.
And there's been a surge in the amount of people going back to painting or taking up for the first time.
How good is that?
I mean, I wish I could join them. I'm so hopeless.
I'm beyond hopeless, but I can appreciate when somebody is good.
Well, just to watch people take a blank canvas and 4 hours later an incredible portrait comes out. It's magic. It's a form of magic.
It is a form of magic, and you took blank pages and you did this.
I did. I'm very, very proud of this book, I have to say.
Well, so you should be. It's funny.
And my middle son, Frank, who is 12, it's a sort of, the target age is sort of 7 to 12, I would say. So he's at the, you know, he's the kind of reader I want to hook.
Yeah.
And he's halfway through it, and I sit there and every time he laughs, I have to go, what are you laughing at? Or if he doesn't laugh at it, why haven't you laughed for a minute?
What's going on? Don't leave it down there. Just keep reading.
So needy. It's pathetic, isn't it?
No, it's good. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
And with Private Lives. Great to see you. And The Unlikely Rise of Harry Sponge, love that, is out right now. Thank you.
Thank you.